Hello everybody, Seth K Bani here. Today we are going to design this album cover art. Let's step into Photoshop. So I'll go to File and I'll go to New. I'll set here to pixels and I'll set this side to 2000 and then height to 2000 and then I'll call it cover art. And then I'll leave everything like this. Click on create. Also, I like to go to views and I'll go to guards and I'll go to new guard layout and then I'll set the margin here to 70 and I'll paste it across. Great. And then over here I'm just going to set it to 2 and then maybe I'll even give it some gata whatever it is. I'll give it 120. Let's see. And then 120 here as well. I think this is great and I'll click on OK. So we're going to use this to create our album art. So the first thing we're going to start is the image. Let's go and drag in the image. I'm going to drag this one all the way into Photoshop and I'll release it. Okay, I also want to resize it because the edges are all shown and I don't want that to be obvious. So I'm going to hide it by extending it like that. Enter. So I'm going to put it in a group and then I'll name it image. Now I'll go back there, duplicate it by clicking on Ctrl J. I'm going to hide the one underneath it. There's going to be my backup. Anytime I need the image and I mess up on this one, I'll come back for this one. Alright, so let's use this particular one. Now I'm going to filter. I'll go to camera raw filter. What we are going to do is we're basically going to be playing with the sliders here, that's all. So I'll go to white, maybe drag white forward a little bit, and then the black, drag black backwards a little bit. Okay, and then I'll go to the texture, drag it up a little bit, and then I'll go to the clarity, drag it all the way to 100%. I like the way it's becoming too crispy. I love that. And let's go to the haze. Let's drag the haze as well. And I think let's go to the vibrance. I want to take the colors out. What do you think, guys? Drag the colors in. And this is an album cover. Use styles, guys. I think this is going to be good. And then I'm going to leave it like this. I click on OK. Your cover art should match the kind of music the person is singing. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Now also I am going to bring in an effect. Let me drag this one all the way into Photoshop and then let me release it here. And then let me see. Okay, so I think this is great. So I'll go to this side and I'm going to set it to dark color and I'll duplicate it. Now I'm going to put it in a group and then I'll come back to this, hold Control and click on the image. Now I'll make sure I select this and then I'll click on my mask. That way it's going to mask it in there. And then let me close this one. Great, I feel like this is better. Now I also want to give it some new layer. This one, let's name it crack. Okay, now this layer I'm going to pick my brush and then set it to color black. I want to zoom in on the image and then let's resize the brush. I want one eye to look a little bit deformed, so I'm going to extend the color black there to make it look a little bit zombie like or demonic like, make it look like he has problem with one particular eye. Alright, now this matches the title of the song or the album. So I'm going to click on my brush again. I'm going to resize the brush and then I'll pick color white here by clicking on Alt and then just paste it there and then just create another one and paste it here as well. Okay, now let's put everything in a group and then I'll call it black and glow. So you're going to bring in some text. So I'm going to pick my text and then this is it, and then I'll type in there and then I'll paste it. Now let's open our character. If your character is not going, go to Windows and go and look for character and then let's type in luckiest guy. Okay, so click on it and then we're going to change the color to color black. Now remember, that's the theme of this particular cover art. The font size I'm going to use 53 for now. It looks quite bigger, and then I'm going to use this at the leading. Let's use 43. Perfect. Now click on your move tool and then move it towards the side. You want it to hit this line. Okay, and then let's duplicate it and then let's bring it down. Now perhaps I'd like to increase it a little bit. This one I'd like to increase it a little bit. I think this is better. Now this I'll go and then pick that one. That's the singer's name, guys. So whatever the singer's name is, just paste it there and then we're going to use Montserrat. I don't know why Montserrat does. Montserrat never wants to work on my machine. I don't know why Montserrat does that to me. Oh boy, I'm going to use Arial this time, right? Where does it want to work? And I'll give it caps, and then I will resize it. Now guys, take notice, I'm also resizing it to fit. Let's zoom in because we are striving for accuracy. Okay, so I'm gonna hit it here. Now I'm also considering the size between here so that it looks a little bit, kind of uniform. Duplicate it, uniform. Okay, so now let's go and pick in our logo. Now this is the record label, the logo of the record label. Sometimes you want to keep it there. Sometimes you want to keep the person who produced it. You want to keep their confidentials there. You know what I mean? All right. Guys, forgive me. So I'm going to select 1, 2, and then 3, and then I'll click on my move to, and then I'll click on this. This way, it does a very cool spacing it nicely for us. I'm going to put it in a group, and then I'll call it text. Merge all of them by clicking on Alt, Shift, Control, and then E. All together, it's going to give us this. I'll right click it and then convert it to a smart object. Now I want to give it an extra oof, that kind of effect. So I'm going to filter, and I'll go to camera raw filter. What I'm about to do is I'll just drag the contrast up a little bit, and then the shadows, let's drag the shadows up a little bit, and then the whites, let's drag the whites up a little bit, and then the black, let's bring in some blacks by dragging it down a little bit. And then let's see the texture, let's give it texture again, let's give it up to 60 something. Can feel the texture already coming in there. I also want to give it some clarity as well, so I'll boost it up a little bit. 40 something looks good, maybe 40 even looks good. And then dehaze, I'm also going to give it some considerable dehaze, considerable amount of dehaze. And then that is it. I'll close there, and then I'll go to effect, and I'll give it some grains. I'll give it maybe up to 10 or so. And then the vignette, I'll drag vignette down. I want to see the effect at this side, so I'll keep dragging it until I see. Alright, I see some grainy effect there. That is good. I'll click on some gradient effect there. That is good. So that is it. And then over here on this side, I'll click there, and then I'll pick my brush, pick soft round brush, set it to color black at this point. Opacity and flow to 100 each. Smoothing to 12. Guys, this side has to be clicked, and then increase the size of your brush, and then let's just the background there. That's all. That is all. Guys, this looks good, right? This looks good. Alright, so guys, if you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. Guys, remember, I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe as well. See you in the next tutorial. Peace.